Alright fans, I know you've been waiting and I heard you loud and clear. My new entries are as broken as a stuntman's ribs after a Tony Jaa knee strike, so you're going to enjoy volume 2 of the top 25 times when martial artists went God mode in the movies. You thought the bone-breaking scene was intense? Check out this legendary 4-minute single-take shot. Tony Jaa fights his way up several flights of stairs, taking out guards left and right without a single camera cut. It's a pure marathon of Muay Thai that proves Jaa is a literal machine. I heard it took 4 days and 8 attempts to get this perfect, and the original cameraman actually had to be replaced because he wasn't in good enough shape to keep up with Jaa. If Tony doesn't have knee problems now, he's definitely not human. He runs into an actual nemesis at the top, but the journey there is a masterclass in endurance. Most people get winded taking the groceries up to the 2nd floor, but Jaa's out here rearranging skeletons while climbing a skyscraper. It's the ultimate don't skip leg day motivation, and honestly, the sheer logistics of the shot are more impressive than most entire movies. If you want to see what peak human performance looks like without CGI, this is the gold standard for long take action. Classic story of a newcomer taking on the school's sadistic MMA champion. Nice, right? After being humiliated early on, Jake Tyler trains under the legendary Jean Roquois to enter the beatdown tournament. The final showdown isn't even in the ring. It spills out into the parking lot where Ryan confronts Jake. Despite being injured, Jake uses a combination taught by Roquois to escape a choke and knock Ryan out cold. It's pure God mode because he's fighting through a rib injury and the mental trauma of his past. Seeing the underdog finally land that perfect strike is the kind of hype that makes you want to sign up for a gym membership immediately. Ryan was the reigning champ, but he didn't count on Jake's sheer willpower and that sweet, sweet revenge arc. The choreography is grounded and gritty, making every hit feel like it's coming through the screen. It's the ultimate 2000s teen movie brawl that actually holds up. Because the technique is surprisingly solid. Jake didn't just win the fight, he won the respect of the entire school. Donnie Yen plays Inspector Ma, a man who once punched a suspect so hard it caused brain damage. In this movie, he has to go through the most dangerous enforcer in Hong Kong, played by Wu Jing, before facing the final boss, Sammo Hung. The alleyway duel with Wu Jing is a masterpiece of small arms combat. It's one of the most intense high-speed exchanges ever filmed, showcasing Donnie's MMA hybrid style. Then he moves on to Sammo Hung, who's a literal powerhouse despite his age. Donnie has to draw on everything, wushu, judo, and Brazilian jiu-jitsu to put them down. It's a god mode run because he's taken on 2 of the greatest screen fighters in history back to back. The level of speed and technical precision here is enough to make professional fighters take notes. Ma is a man with nothing to lose, and that makes him the most dangerous person in the room. If you like your action dark, brooding, and technically flawless, this is the holy grail for fight fans. This is the scene that put Raid on the global map. Rama's trapped in a narrow hallway with nothing but a baton and a knife against a horde of machete-wielding lunatics. The claustrophobia is real as he uses the walls, floor, and even his opponent's own weapons to survive. It's a masterclass in close quarters combat where every movement is about survival. Rama isn't just a cop, he's a force of nature. The way he manipulates the tight space makes it look like the hallway itself is helping him fight. It's brutal, fast-paced, and has zero room for error. One wrong move, and he's done. This is peak Iko Uwais, moving with a fluidity that makes the Machete Gang look like they're moving in slow motion. The sound design alone is enough to make you wince with every impact. It's one of the most influential fight scenes of the last 20 years, and for good reason too. If you ever find yourself in a hallway with a baton, just pray that you've got half the skill Rama does. Even though Game of Death was finished after Bruce Lee's passing using doubles, the footage of Bruce himself is legendary. In the original vision, he was climbing a 5-story pagoda, facing a different master on each floor. The fight with the karate master, Carl Miller, showcases Bruce's Jeet Kune Do philosophy, adapting and reacting with lightning speed. He's moving with an economy of motion that makes his opponent look like he's stuck in mud.
You all right?
Watching Bruce dismantle a much larger opponent with precise strikes is the definition of God mode. Even in an unfinished film, Bruce Lee's aura is undeniable. He's not just fighting, he's demonstrating a higher level of consciousness through combat. The removal of his disguise became an instant memory, but it's the way he moves that really cements his status as the GOAT. He treats the fight like a conversation and definitely gets the last word. Every punch and kick is a statement of intent, and by the time the dust settles, there's no doubt who the master is in that room. This remake of Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury features Jet Li at his absolute peak as Chen Zhen. In this dojo brawl, he takes on a star student with a level of grace and speed that's almost supernatural. He goes all out, whipping his moves around to disarm and dismantle his attacker. The choreography is clean, athletic, and shows zero sloppiness. It's widely considered one of the best action designs in cinema history. Jet Li's movements are so precise they look like a dance, yet every strike has the power of a sledgehammer. He isn't just winning a fight, he's teaching a lesson in technical superiority. The way he effortlessly transitions between styles and uses his environment is pure God mode. He's not even breaking a sweat while taking down an opponent who just keeps getting up. It's the perfect example of why Jet Li was the king of the 90s martial arts scene. If you want to see technical perfection on screen, look no further than Chen Zhen clearing Tinian. It's a total masterpiece. Only Jackie Chan can take a standard household ladder and turn it into a weapon of mass destruction. In this scene, he's outnumbered and outgunned, but he uses the ladder to block, trap, and strike dozens of thugs. It's the ultimate display of his prop-based kung fu, where anything in the room is a potential tool for victory. He spins the ladder like it weighs nothing, creating a zone of protection that no one can penetrate. It's hilarious, inventive, and technically mind-blowing. Jackie performed these stunts with no ropes or computer magic, relying purely on his athleticism and timing. The way he weaves through the rungs of a ladder while simultaneously knocking out guys is peak Jackie Chan God mode. It's a reminder that while others use weapons to kill, Jackie uses his surroundings to fight and look incredible doing it. Most people would just trip over a ladder in a fight, but Jackie makes it look like it was designed specifically for martial arts. It's a legendary sequence from his peak period that never gets old for any true fan. If you want to see Scott Adkins go absolutely feral, this is the one. He plays Kane Burgess, a hardened convict who escapes his handlers to seek revenge at a local pub. This isn't the flashy acrobatic boiker. This is a meatier, dirtier, and more brutal version of Adkins. He takes a whole group of criminals hostage and then proceeds to dismantle them in a confined space. The final bar brawl is a gritty, blood-soaked display of raw power and rage.
Come on then! It's not a fancy it, Belmasters! Come on!
He takes hits, he gives them back twice as hard, and he refuses to stay down. It's God mode fueled by pure spite and years of prison trauma. Adkins shows incredible range here, proving he's more than just a kicker. He's a powerhouse actor who can carry a brutal story. The jailhouse brawls leading up to this are just as intense, but the bar scene is the bloody cherry on top. It's an underrated flick that every action fan needs to see. Kane Burgess is a man you don't want to cross, even if you have a pint in your hand and your buddy's behind you. This movie is essentially a non-stop action set piece performed by Thai national athletes. Dan Chupong stars as a young cop who has to protect a village from terrorists. The stunts in this film are famously dangerous, with no ropes and no CGI. In one of the most iconic moments, Chupong performs some neat kicks, and even though he's using a gun, he doesn't need skills to pull it off. It's the kind of high-risk, high-reward choreography that only Thai stunt teams were crazy enough to pull off back then. He moves with an explosive energy that makes every hit look like it's been delivered by a rocket. The film is packed with over-the-top action and a relentless atmosphere of chaos. Chupong might have been seen as a Tony Jaa wannabe at the time, but this movie proved he had his own insane level of skill. Watching him flip and shoot through a village is the definition of heat in a fight scene. It's ludicrous, patriotic, and absolutely awesome to behold. If you haven't seen this yet, you're missing out on some of the wildest stunts ever filmed. Michelle Yeoh is the absolute queen of martial arts, and in Wing Chun, she shows why. She plays the titular character who created the style to defend herself. In this legendary sequence, she has to fight off a master while protecting her honor and the legacy of her style. The level of precision required to balance her combat skills with the fluid movements of Wing Chun is the ultimate flex. She's using all her moves and her technical superiority to soundly defeat anyone who challenges her. It's a masterclass in balance, timing, and grace. While others are aggressive, Michelle is calm, calculated, and completely untouchable. She eventually uses her knowledge to defeat her opponent, proving that skill always triumphs over raw strength. It's one of the best scenes that showcases high-level martial arts choreography. If you can save a village and keep your composure, you've officially reached God mode status. Michelle Yeoh doesn't just fight, she conducts a symphony of destruction. Truly a legend in every sense of the word. Donnie Yen returns as Chen Zhen in this stylish sequel to Fist of Fury. Set in 1920 Shanghai, he takes on the persona of the masked warrior to fight Japanese assassins. In the climactic showdown against General Chikara Ishii, he strips down and goes full beast mode. Forget the nunchucks, this is a raw physical demolition of a high-ranking officer. He's moving with a speed that's almost impossible to follow, delivering flying sidekicks and bone-crunching strikes. It's a martial arts meets superhero experience that shows Donnie at his most aggressive. He isn't just winning a battle, he's reclaiming his national pride one broken jaw at a time. The cinematography is sleek, and the sound of every kick and punch is crisp, making the impact feel personal. It's a pure adrenaline shot of a scene that cements Donnie Yen as the true heir to the legend of Chen Zhen. This is peak Donnie God mode, blending legacy with modern intensity in a way only he can. Wing Chun is all about close quarters combat, and there's no space more confined than an elevator. In this scene, Master Ip has to protect his woman from a Muay Thai assassin while trapped in a tiny moving box. The beauty of this fight is how Donnie Yen uses his elbows and short-range strikes to neutralize the knees and kicks of the Thai boxer. It's a masterclass in economy of emotion. Master Ip is so calm, he even manages to keep his woman safe while taking down a world-class fighter. Once the doors open, the fight spills out into the hallway, but it's the elevator segment that proves Ip Man is in a league of his own. The way he uses the walls to trap his opponent is pure God mode. It shows that even when he's pinned down and restricted, his technique is so refined that it can't be beaten. This is the ultimate "I'm not trapped in here with you, you're trapped in here with me" moment. Truly cold-blooded skill from Donnie Yen. The rematch. Jackie Chan and Benny Urquidez go at it again in a fight many consider even better than their classic in Meals on Wheels. The speed of the exchanges is mind-blowing. Jackie's at his peak here, moving with a fluidity that few human beings have ever achieved. That spin kick Benny pulls off, absolute cinema. Jackie has to use his environment and his legendary reflexes to survive the onslaught of a real-life world champion kickboxer. It's the perfect blend of high-level martial arts and cinematic storytelling. Benny's intensity and Jackie's resilience create a chemistry that's rare in action movies. They aren't just performing choreography, they're pushing each other to the limit. The sound of the hits and the speed of the transitions make this one of the most technical fights ever captured on film. It's a moment where Jackie stops being the funny guy and becomes a pure combatant. If you want to see two masters at the top of their game, this is the gold standard for 80s Hong Kong action. Listen up, my fellow martial arts nerds. If you think the Avengers assembling was peak cinema, wait until you witness Jet Li and Donnie Yen throwing down in the legendary chess courtyard scene from Hero. It's pure visual poetry mixed with intense physical precision. Imagine Batman and Captain America deciding to settle their differences, not with giant explosions, but with a blind swordsman serenading them while they clash weapons in the rain. Jet Li goes complete God mode here, calculating strikes like a computer on steroids. Yen uses his spear so ridiculously fast, it makes Quicksilver look like he's stuck in thick molasses. The cinematography is so gorgeous, you could pause any frame and hang it in the Louvre Museum. This isn't just a typical fight, it's a massive mental chess match where one wrong move means absolute defeat. They perfectly read each other's minds. If Tony Jaa ever invites you to a party, just respectfully decline, okay? Because someone is getting their bones crushed into fine powder. In this absolutely brutal scene from Ong Bak 2, Jaa enters literal God mode. This man doesn't just fight his enemies, he systematically dismantles them like he's snapping dry twigs in a forest. Imagine Wolverine without the claws, but with elbows and knees made of adamantium. This is Tony Jaa right here. He takes on an entire army of slavers and shows zero mercy. The way he leaps through the air is straight out of a comic book panel. Every single strike lands with the force of a runaway freight train. It's so intense. You'll physically wince just watching it happen. He uses everything in his environment to inflict maximum pain. If you ever wanted to see a human being turned into a walking weapon of mass destruction, this is your ultimate tape. He's basically the Thai version of the Punisher, but with infinitely more flips. Alright, let's talk about a scene that makes the Fast and Furious franchise look like a slow drive through a quiet neighborhood. Iko Uwais in The Raid 2 delivers what might actually be the greatest vehicle action sequence ever filmed in martial arts movie history. Imagine trying to fight a guy inside a moving tin can while cars are crashing all around you. Now imagine that guy fights like an enraged Spider-Man who forgot his web shooters and decided to just punch everyone into total oblivion. Iko goes complete God mode here, shifting from defense to offense in milliseconds. The choreography is so incredibly tight and claustrophobic, you can almost feel the bruises forming on your own arms. He uses seatbelts, broken glass, and sheer willpower to destroy his enemies. It's dirty, brutal, and absolutely glorious. If you thought Daredevil fighting in a narrow hallway was impressive, wait until you see the two highly trained killers throwing elbows in the back of a speeding car. This scene raises the bar so high that other action movies can't even see it anymore. Let's travel back to the golden era of Kung Fu magic. Before CGI gave our heroes digital superpowers, legends like Yen Bao and Frankie Chan just did this stuff for real. This fight scene from The Prodigal Son is a pure masterclass in Wing Chun. Honestly, if you love classic hand-to-hand combat, this is your holy grail for life. These two guys go absolutely berserk, and I'm not saying that lightly. The speed of their blocks and parries is so crazy that it looks like the video is playing on fast forward. And trust me, it's not, okay? Just watch it. They're literally just that skilled. Imagine two highly advanced combat androids programmed only to punch each other, and you might get close to this level of perfection. The rhythm of their strides creates a literal music beat. You can feel the intense energy pouring out on the screen. Yen Bao dodges attacks with the fluid grace of a ninja leaping across rooftops. He slips into complete God mode here, proving why old school martial arts films will forever remain untouched. Grab a snack, press play, and witness pure greatness. When a deadly assassin armed with a freaking sword meets a legendary crime boss holding a massive metal pipe, you just know someone's leaving in an ambulance. And from the way these two have trained themselves, it wouldn't be a stretch to say that the casualties would probably be the both of them. Wu Jing and Sammo Hung going head-to-head in Fatal Move is the kind of cinematic violence that keeps us movie geeks completely hooked. Sammo Hung is a massive dude, right? You'd think he'd move slow because of that, but you'd be wrong. This man defies all known laws of physics. He swings that heavy pipe around like it's made of lightweight plastic, keeping up with the incredibly fast sword strikes from Wu Jing. It's like watching the Hulk try to smash a wildly dodging Nightcrawler. Wu Jing enters total God mode with his cold, calculated slashes. He attacks with the precision of a brain surgeon who woke up on the wrong side of the bed. Every single clash of their weapons sends massive shockwaves through the room. This fight is heavy, brutal, and dripping with raw intensity. Please just do yourself a favor and stick to simply watching these two legends destroy each other. Anything else would be a simple case of sabotaging yourself. Imagine getting blinded by some illegal pocket sand and still deciding to turn your opponent's face into a speed bag. That's peak 80s Jean-Claude Van Damme for you. In this legendary showdown, Frank Dux is up against Chong Li, a man who may never skip chest day but also never skips murdering people in the ring day. After getting a face full of sand, Van Damme doesn't call for a timeout or a lawyer, he simply enters a meditative trance that would make a monk jealous. He starts seeing with his ears, which I guess is a neat trick if you can ignore the screaming fans. The choreography is a beautiful, sweaty mess of spinning 360 kicks and those iconic splits that make every male viewer in the audience wince in sympathy. When he finally lands that triple kick, it's not just a win, it's a cinematic exorcism. Chong Li goes down and Jean-Claude Van Damme cements his status as the king of doing the most while wearing the least. It's glorious, it's dramatic, and it's the reason we all tried to do splits in the hallway and immediately regretted every life choice at that point. Pure, unadulterated God mode unlocked. Forget everything you know about physics because Stephen Chow just deleted the rulebook. In this climax, our hero goes from a literal pancake to a divine entity faster than you can say Axe Gang. After getting pummeled into the dirt, Singh ascends to the clouds, meets a giant golden Buddha, and decides that gravity is more of a suggestion than a law. He returns to Earth with the Buddhist palm, a move so overpowered it makes a nuclear strike look like a light tickle. He literally leaves a giant handprint in the side of a building, which is a heck of a way to handle a renovation. The villain, who was previously a terrifying one, is now just confused like an ant waiting for a giant cosmic boot. It's the perfect blend of Looney Tunes slapstick and high-stakes martial arts. Watching Singh calmly deflect every attack with a bored expression is the ultimate flex for any 20-year-old fan of the Chosen One trope. It's beautiful, it's hilarious, and it proves that if you're even in a street fight, you should probably just try to find a giant eagle to carry you to heaven first. It's the peak of visual martial arts storytelling.
I don't have to kill you. You can return with me to Hong Kong. No!
If you haven't seen Mark Dacascos in the 1997 film Drive, stop whatever you're doing, unless you're currently fighting a cyborg, in which case I suggest you keep going. This final fight is a masterclass in how many times can I kick this guy before he hits the floor. Dacascos plays Toby Wong, a man with a biological engine in his chest that turns him into a human Ferrari. In the finale, he faces off against an upgraded version of himself, and the result is a blur of high-speed acrobats that puts modern CGI to shame. He's flipping off walls, using whatever he can as extensions of his limbs, and moving with a fluidity that suggests he doesn't actually have bones. It's the kind of choreography that makes you want to jump through a window just to see if you can land it. Spoiler alert, you can't. The energy is relentless, and Dacascos sells every impact with a frantic intensity. Honestly, it's a crime that this movie isn't discussed in every film history class. He isn't just fighting, he's wondering if the camera crew can manage to catch half of these kicks. Total perfection. Donnie Yen is a literal cheat code. An Iron Monkey is the proof that you need to understand my point. Imagine trying to have a serious life or death duel while balancing on thin wooden poles over a literal sea of fire. Most people would be worried about their eyebrows, but Donnie is just worried about landing the perfect kick. He moves with a crispness that's frankly disrespectful to the rest of the human race. The way he uses his no shadow kick while the flames lick at his heels is the definition of cinematic cool. It's not just about fighting, it's about the sheer audacity of the environment. Every move is calculated, every strike is lightning fast, and the stakes are literally boiling. You've got the villains trying to keep his footing while Donnie is basically dancing on air. It's a sequence that defines the golden era of Hong Kong action. If you're of any age and haven't seen this, your martial arts card is officially under review. It's poetic, it's dangerous, and it features a man who clearly does not care about fire safety regulations. It's peak God mode in a venue that's literally burning down around him. Absolute legendary heat. This is the collision of two literal titans, and honestly, the ring is the real victim here. We've got Michael Jai White as George Iceman Chambers going toe-to-toe with the legend himself, Scott Adkins as Yuri Boyka. Now, this isn't your average hit 'em and hope fight, this is a tactical symphony of destruction. Michael Jai White brings that heavy-handed, explosive boxing style that feels like getting hit by a runaway freight train. Meanwhile, Boyka is doing gravity-defying flips that make you wonder if he's part helicopter. The contrast between Michael Jai White's raw power and Boyka's acrobatic lethality is perfection. Every punch sounds like a car crash, and every kick looks like it could decapitate a statue. When the Giga Chad Pro Max finally finds his rhythm and starts dismantling the most complete fighter in the world, you can feel the shift in the room. It's a gritty, sweaty, bone-crunching affair that reminds us why we love the Undisputed franchise. No cap, this fight has more testosterone than a gym's mirrors. It's two masters at the height of their powers refusing to blink, and it's absolutely peak cinema for any fight nerd. Pure adrenaline. Jet Li is already a walking weapon, but when you give him a son who's basically a mini version of himself, the bad guys should just go home and start a hobby like knitting. In this finale, Jet Li and the kid team up to take down Yu Rongguang in a fight that involves a lot of ropes and even more disrespect. The synergy here is insane. It's pure genius here from Corey 1. I'm not the biggest wirework fan, but the way he incorporates it into the choreography here is amazing. Such creativity is rarely seen, much less today. It's the ultimate don't talk to me or my son ever again moment. Bro's moving in total sync, covering his own back with a level of trust that only comes from wanting to protect his own DNA and a lot of training montages. The villains are plenty and powerful, sure. But he's not getting jumped by a father protecting his son with perfect timing powerful now, is he? It's fast-paced, creative, and has that classic 90s Jet Li flair where he looks like he's gliding on ice. Watching him dismantle a whole gang while basically doing a synchronized dance routine is the kind of god mode that makes you want to call your dad. Truly iconic stuff.
Mamma mia!
The GOAT himself, Bruce Lee in Rome, being harassed by a group of thugs who clearly didn't do their homework. This scene is iconic because of the sheer efficiency of Bruce's movement. He doesn't just beat them, he embarrasses them. He pulls out the double nunchucks and suddenly the air is filled with the sound of whack and ouch. The way he chirps and mimics their movements before laying them out is the ultimate psychological warfare. He's not even breaking a sweat here. He's just doing a bit of light cardio that happens to involve breaking ribs. You can see the fear in their eyes as they realize they've walked into a buzzsaw made of muscle and white vests. Bruce's speed is so legendary that I read somewhere they actually had to slow him down in the film so the cameras could catch his movements. Now, that's a flex, isn't it? It's the quintessential man versus army trope, but executed with such charisma and precision but it never gets old. He's a blur of feline grace and explosive power, reminding everyone that while many people fight, only one is Bruce Lee. It's the blueprint for every God Mode entry that followed. Legends never die. Hope you like this video. Please subscribe to the TV Regent, and here's another video that I know you're gonna like.